Hey there, Rusty Burnside back here with you once again, the founder and the president of the Gold Medal Coaching Academy, and really excited today about the opportunity that we have to talk about something that is it's been totally on my mind. I can't understand all of the ins and outs of it, but it's something that's powerful. It's something that we are always striving to accomplish, and that's how do we influence people, or how do we just influence in general, right? I don't know about you, but I ask that question a lot of, man, how do I influence that person, or how do I influence that situation? And when I talk about influence, what are the keys? I want you to think for a second, what comes to your mind? You know, one of the big things for me is trust. I always hear all the time, trust is huge. Well, I'm not going to talk about that today. Well, what else is there? Well, how about buy-in? How about authority? How about position? Things like that, right? What else influences people? You know, is it how big the relationship or what's going on? And I want you to think about all those things. Have you ever been influenced by somebody you didn't trust? I know I have. You know, I didn't have full, complete trust with them. I trust them maybe enough, but I also had people that's tried to influence me that I liked and I respected, and I knew them, and they still didn't have the power to influence me. And I've also been influenced by the opposite, right? Maybe buying something, for instance, and I didn't know somebody, but the situation seemed pretty good, and you know, I just kind of went with my gut, and they influenced me. So what really is it that influences us then? I mean, think about it for a moment. And so today, I broke it down to 3 simple things, and I hope this gives you the big aha moment like it did for me, because I thought, you know, this is exactly it. And all this time I've been studying influence, what it comes down to is 3 things. 3 things of what it is. And so number 1 is timing. Number 2 is the delivery. And number 3 is the benefits. So let me explain. What do you mean timing, benefits, delivery? How does that all work? Let me explain it to you, okay? So the number 1 thing is, if the timing is right, it's super easy to influence somebody. Does that make sense? I mean, if the timing is perfect, it doesn't really matter. If I'm in a desperate situation, it doesn't really matter if I trust you or not. If I need that service or whatever you have at the moment, I need it. The timing's right. I'll give you a perfect example. We're coming home from a baseball game the other day, a softball game, and it's later at night. And there's only so many options of places to eat. Now, I'm not a big McDonald's fan, but guess what? It was open, it was convenient, and it was there, and I knew I could get in and get out and still get on the road. So the timing was good enough to influence me to stop and eat there, right? We've all had that influence from time to time. Was the delivery great? No. Was the benefits great? Not at all. But the timing was big enough that I took advantage of it, if that makes sense? That makes total sense, right? So it's kind of interesting of, wow, timing is huge. And so the opposite's true. What if timing is not there? Then what? What are you going to do when you know the timing's not right? Which in most cases, when we go to influence somebody or someone, the timing is not always in our favor. So what do? Well, here's the second component, all right? This is where we talk about the delivery. So if the timing's not right and the benefits are low, the delivery has to be amazing. So give me an example, Rusty. What would that be? I can't think of one. I'll give you a perfect example of what that might be. Well, this it is. The delivery is the Girl Scout cookies. Think about it. The timing's not always right. They come knocking on your door, and you're like, man, I wasn't even thinking about Girl Scout cookies today. And maybe you wasn't even thinking about cookies in general. Maybe you went into Walmart, and they just happened to be sitting outside that day, right? And guess what? There's those cute little girls in their cute little uniforms and their cute little smile and those delicious cookies. Okay? Timing's not right. Benefits aren't amazing of those cookies. The benefits may be a good cause, and you think you're benefiting them, but the delivery is outstanding. And the benefits for you is like none, right? So you have to think about that for a moment. What is my delivery like? when I'm trying to influence somebody. Now, if the timing's right and the delivery's good, we're going to knock this thing out of the park. But it usually doesn't happen that way, right? So, delivery. Got the little uniform, got the nice package box, give you a deal if you buy them today, the whole delivery and what it goes for and what it does. The delivery is pretty hard to refuse. So hey, we're on to something, right? Timing's good, delivery's good, easy to hit out of the park. Timing's no good, what has to be better? The delivery, and then we have the benefits. Okay, so the benefits starts to play a factor. If my delivery's no good and my timing's no good, my benefits have to be worth it. So what's the example of that? Well, when you go to influence somebody, there has to be some benefits. Timing's right, benefits not so much, right? Benefits. So what's an example of that? Perfect example of that is my health insurance. I don't know about you guys, but the timing is never right for me have to pay for health insurance. It's one of those things that I have to buy, right? I pretty much have to buy it now. And I need it from time to time, but when I don't need it, I wish I didn't have it. So the timing is never right. They take it out of my check or whatever it is, I have to write a check for it. The timing is never right for health insurance, unless I get hurt, right? Okay, so timing's not right. The delivery, most delivery in health insurance is like, look, here's one option, here's the other. It isn't like, well, here's a great option and here's an even better option. It's never that way for me. It's like, look, here's the worst of the best and the worst of the worst. There's no like, this is exactly what I've been looking for. Timing's not right. Delivery's not very good. Maybe you got a nice salesman or somebody you enjoy, but the delivery in that whole package usually isn't that fun. But the benefits are outstanding. If you get hurt, have an injury, or you need to use it, the benefits are worth having. So I want you to think for a moment how relevant this is to every time you go to influence a situation. Is my timing right? If the timing's not right, let's get the delivery right, okay? If I go to help somebody or coach somebody and they're not ready to be coached, the timing's not good. The delivery has to be great. So maybe like this video today. Maybe you're watching this video and you're like, well, it wasn't the perfect timing, but not a bad delivery, and there were some benefits in here. I picked up something from it. Or maybe the timing is right. Maybe you were searching for that influence video that was going to change your life and how you were going to influence people. So therefore, you pick some things up from it because of the benefits and whatever it is. Does that make sense? You go into a meeting. You want to influence your boss or a coworker. How's the timing? If it's not good, adjust the benefits so that they understand the benefits and they can't refuse your offer to influence them. Or make sure your delivery is amazing. I don't know about you, but I'll tell you what, man, this forever changed the way I think about influencing others. Now, is the other stuff that we talked about, is that part of it? Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. That's part of it. But the bigger part are these three components. And if you can remember them, apply them, think about them, I know it's going to make a difference in how you influence others and situations. So as always, remember, here at the Gold Medal Coaching Academy, things that we're always after is how to master ourselves, how to maximize others, and build those standout teams.